Good morning, everyone. So, our today's topic in strategic human resource management is process of human resource. See, there are several models given to explain the process of SHRM, but one of the most important or the most prominent model, which is known as Harvard model, we will be discussing here. So, if we talk about Harvard model, this model stresses on human side of HR through emphasis on psychological objective, including motivation by people, by involving them into decision making process and developing the culture based on the trust and the teamwork. And this model is also on the basis of the principles of SHRM, which we have discussed earlier. So four basic principles of SHRM has been taken from the principle side. And the basic criteria or foundation of this model maps for four strategic policies areas which are to be addressed here. So as you see on the slide, the first basis is HR flow. HR flow means into the organization, through the organization, or outside the organization, how HR activities are flowing. Second basis is reward system. So a reward system design, whether it can attract, motivate, or keep employee for the long term in the organization or not. Third is employee influence. That means controlling level of authority, power, and decision making, which is provided to every level of employee or not. And last basis is work system. So defining and designing the job to get the most productive result. So whether you in your organization work system is defined and designed in the productive way or not. So these four policies are result into four C's, which is namely as commitment, as you see on the slide. uh, One second, let me change the slide. Yeah. So these are the Harvard model's outcome of HR. So these four C's include commitment, congruence, cost effectiveness, and the competency. So what are these terms? We will discuss. If we talk about commitment, it is a kind of psychological attachment of the employees towards the organization. And second term is congruence. Congruence is the similarity of object bit of individual. That means how an employee's objective, individual objective, is compatible with the organizational objective. The congruence is also known as competitiveness, or sorry, compatibility. See, so and third outcome is cost effectiveness. So all the activities, whether it is wages or the turnover rate or the benefit provided to the employee or the absenteeism or strike, can involve certain kind of cost in your organization. So how the policies, HR policies, are made to become your organization cost effective. And the fourth outcome is competence. So competence is ability to do job properly. So we will discuss one by one each term. So as you see, first point was the commitment. So commitment means how the worker feel about the job and to what extent. So a commitment, the parameter by which you can see or judge that employee are committed or not. These are the parameters like dignity, identity, loyalty towards the organization, societal spin-off, better performance, enhanced self-worth, or the psychological environment. These are the parameters on which we can judge an employee's commitment toward the organization. And if employees are not committed towards the organization, it will give rise to labor turnover, absenteeism, or the grievances within the organization. So commitment is one pillar of SHRM process. Second is congruence. So what is congruence? Congruence means similarity between objectives and individual. That means the similarity between organizational objectives and the individual's objective. So if you link organizational objectives to the individual objectives, and the congruence level is higher, so you will see there is a trust between the employees and the management, which is a mutual trust, and the workers thrive for common purpose of the organization. And if they are not congruent, that means the individual's objective is not compatible with the organizational objective, it will cost you in terms of an organization, in terms of money, in terms of time, in terms of energy or productivity, or in terms of organizational stress. So when you talk about congruence in HRM policy, so these compatibilities are made between management and employees, and within the employees and their groups, organization and the community, employees and their family, and the individual level. So congruence is the compatibility of all the level of employees in the organization. Third major parameter is called cost effectiveness. So what is cost effectiveness? That means what are the policies related to wages and salaries in your organization. It should be cost effective. The benefits which you are providing to the organization's employee, that should be cost effective. The turnover, that means the number of employees which are leaving your organization within a given time period, that is called your labor turnover. So what is your turnover rate? Because it can cost you in money and the effort and the time and the productivity also. And the rate of absenteeism or the strike, these are the parameters on which you can calculate your cost effectiveness. So organization need to be cost effective in terms of employees who are committed towards your organization, whose goals are congruent with the organizational objectives. So they need to be treated with the reward systems. So these and the other benefits also. So in this way you could make your organization cost effective one. And the last parameter is the HR competence. So HRM policies should be competent enough to hire and retain employees, good employees in your organization. So in this chart you will see that HRM policies should be focused on attracting employee, that means hiring new employee, keep employees, that means retaining employee, and third is developing employee, that means providing training and development for the self growth of employees. And it will affect to the organization in organizational benefit, and it will also improve the employees experience toward the organization. And this two things could give you economic well-being of employee as well as the corporate level, and it will give a self-worth sense to the employees of the organization. They will feel more associated and affiliated to the organization. So these are the 4 parameters in Harvard model of process of SHRM. Thank you.